That's a sweet ride right there. That's the one. Woo! Nice speed.
At Michael 0-00 said wow.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Oh, I was just checking to make sure I was live. I am live, and I have a shirt on. That was the last two things. This is the second time I almost did that. Straight up almost went live without getting dressed. There's so many things to deal with in here.
At Joni BC said see you soon.
There we go. Yeah, all the tech stuff is going. All the cameras are going.
1829 said hello chicken grandfather.
Chicken grandfather? Am I a chicken grandfather?
And Prot said hi.
I feel like you just aged me pretty hard right there. I also fired off the wrong music. I fired off the big happy music. I didn't fire off the Western music. Yeah, it's like 80 degrees in the studio today, and I got the show running, and I got the intro going, and I sat down next to Sam the chicken, and I realized I was only wearing shorts. But I'm clothed now, and I'm ready to talk to you guys.
Joni BC said hello.
Hello, Joni BC. Hello, everybody out there.
Cam 7808 said hey Pete.
Hey, what's going on? Got a very nice message from you earlier in the day. Let me see if I got. Yep, got that.
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
There we go. Doing the music in reverse order today. This is this Western theme music that I usually start the show with. Yeah, I got a very nice note from Sarah talking about the community. All you people out there, everybody in the chat, everybody that sends in super chats, everybody that comments on all of the ridiculous videos that I'm putting out there. I mean, it's just a really nice community. That wave, those waves that I showed at the beginning of the show were from like the craziest day I've had out on the water. And it was like all good, and it was also all bad. And it was this huge, crazy, wild day. We went out there surfing, and the whole day was supposed to be me meeting up with James Rath, another blind content creator, and he wanted to learn how to surf. Now, I'd just done this with Molly Burke, and I was out there with her, watching her learn, or not watching, but like being right next to her, watching, I keep saying watching, witnessing her learning how to surf. And then James came here and was going to do the same thing, but we got to the beach and there was so much going on that I kind of forgot about James. It was the waves were so big, it was so wild out there, and there was a shark sighting. So we had a lot going on, and I was supposed to like be alongside James, helping him learn how to surf while my coach Nisha was going to be like teaching him. But the waves were so crazy, it was so nuts out there that Brooks was with me. He's like, just paddle, just go. I was like, what about James? And you can hear Skylar in the background because Banana just got home. And he's like, don't worry about James. We just got to get you out. It was that big and that crazy of a day that Brooks just told me to like paddle straight out. So we paddled to the outside. We got out there, and for an hour, I caught some of the craziest waves I'd ever caught in my entire life. Like big, huge waves. I kept losing Brooks. He was next to me for like a lot of it, but then he wasn't next to me, and I was just trying to catch the waves best I could. I caught some of the absolute best waves I'd ever caught in my entire life. Had the best day out there. We compiled it into a video that got me nominated for a Streamy Award. And then I remembered, I was like, oh my God, poor James is on the inside, like trying to learn how to surf. And the waves were so big that he basically just got his butt handed to him the whole day. I felt really bad about it after the fact, but we got some really cool waves out of it. I'll show you at least one more in Catch a Wave with Pete a little later on. Going to be taking phone calls, talking to you guys. Not putting the number just yet because everybody, all the early people call and jam the lines up early. So I'm going to see if we can avoid that this time. Maybe hear some new callers, but get your chat messages. Where's the chat lady? See, there's the chat lady.
Said, I would bet my life on you being in the queue, Danny.
Yeah, I would bet my life with Danny being in the queue as well.
Said Riri.
And there's...
How are ya?
Can you guys hear Skylar? She is a loud little dog.
Ice Hater just followed.
Thanks, Ice Hater. That's a new name. I haven't heard that one before.
Michael just followed.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. So as you can tell...
Darkle0 RDXVXV just followed.
Wow, we get a lot of follows off the start, and I feel like they're all from TikTok.
At Riro4978 asks, I'm good, how are you?
I'm good as well. So that's the text lady. I call her Jenny. I'm sure you guys can hear Skylar. I can hear her loud and clear. She's in the background. She's the little 9.5 pound dog, and she screams when someone comes into the house. So one of two things are going on right now. Banana just got home, or there's a home invasion, and someone's going to come up here in a little while, and you're going to get to witness some YouTube live history. Hopefully not. Although I guess if there was ever going to be a home invasion, like this might be a pretty decent time for it because, you know, you guys would all see it. If there was one at another time when I wasn't live, I wouldn't see it. And that would suck. They'd be like, can you describe the person that came in? I'd be like, no, I sure can. But fortunately, we do have cameras like all over the place around here. I've had a couple of circumstances where I was assaulted / accosted in my life. And the police are always like, can you describe the person? I'm like, no, I can't. Wow, Skylar's just going nuts. She must have really, really, really missed Banana.
Just followed.
Thanks at just followed. I
Name
appreciate
said
that.
hi.
A meme said hi, or someone. Meme sounded
Ick
like
just
name.
followed.
Thanks, Ick. I appreciate that. What up, Ick?
At Terminape1 said I'm great Riri.
That's Danny in that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clear out. I'm gonna ask the phone call system to clean up so we can get some new people in there. You know, but while we do that, I was. You know, as usual, I do a lot with the news. I always tell you guys I do a lot with like the regular old news for a living. I'm reading news copy for news outlets all across the country. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. So like the hardcore regular news, the legacy news, the radio news, all that stuff. I try and get a little break from it. And I try and read some like different news throughout the day that's not all about, you know, heavy duty politics. And the story that came up today was kind of interesting. I felt bad for the person. There was a 71-year-old bus driver in Swansea, Massachusetts. It caught my eye. It's a figure of speech. Leave me alone. Caught my eye. You know, got my attention. I heard it because Swansea's back in my home state of Massachusetts. 71-year-old bus driver driving a bunch of kids to school, doing his route, and he had to take a leak. And like, what do you do in that circumstance? I started thinking like, when I'm on road trips, for me, being a blind guy, like this didn't used to be a big issue of mine. Like when I had some vision where I could get around on my own, where I didn't have to use my blind guy stick, and I could like walk into a McDonald's and find my way to like a bathroom or you know, like a rest stop and find the bathroom. It wasn't a big deal. Like I just, you know, would just find my way to the bathroom. No big deal. But like these days, if I'm on a road trip and we're in the car for a while and it's just me and Banana and I have to pee, like I start having like panic attacks. I'm like, oh no, like I hate having to go into new places and then find the restroom. You know, it's one thing, like I'm never going to find my way to the door of a restroom that I've never been to before. So Banana's going to have to take me to the door. And then I'm also never going to be able to like find where the toilet or the urinal is unless I'm like, tuck, 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 tuck. So, you know, like a lot of times I feel like a little kid. I feel like a little kid, like having my mom take me into the bathroom sometimes, and she has to like come in and, you know, like urinals off to your right. It's, you know, take 3 steps forward, take a left, and it's a stressful situation. And then I finally get to go. So generally I'll try and hold it. And so I started like sympathizing with this guy, 71-year-old bus driver, Swansea, Massachusetts, driving the kids to school, doing his route, and he has to take a leak. Now you can't get off the bus. You're not allowed to like leave the kids on the bus, and the guy has got to go. I mean, I don't know what it's like to have a 71-year-old bladder and prostate, but I guess he had to go. And so he tells the kids to go to the back of the bus, and then he decides to take a leak, like, you know, in his driver's seat. And the story didn't really specify. Like, I don't know if he like went into a bottle or something like that. I'm assuming he did, or maybe he's like Dunkin' Donuts cup or something like that. And then I guess one of the kids told, and then the guy got in trouble and he lost his job. But like, what was the best way to handle that for the poor guy? Like should he just like wet his pants and hope no one noticed? Or was he trying to be, if he tried to be sneaky and one of the kids saw, then it'd be up on charges for like indecent exposure or something like that. I mean, he sent the kids to the back of the bus. And I don't know, kids are kids. So they went and told him. The poor guy lost his job. I don't think any charges are being brought against him, but I started to sympathize because being on a road trip and having to take a leak is like definitely one of my scariest, like one of my biggest fears about having to go on the road and find a random bathroom I've never been to before. I had an ex-girlfriend once who and like regularly, she used to go like in a cup And then she was a jerk. She'd hand me the cup and told me to like throw it out the window. And like, you don't want to be like, be like pushing it away. Like, you take, like, you can't go back and forth with a cup of, because it's going to spill. So you basically have to take it gently and throw it out the window. Like, that girl was awful. Like, in so many different ways, in so many different respects, that girl was difficult. 760, let me put the number up
At
on the
Joni
screen.
BC said, sorry to hear that, Goose.
What happened to Goose?
I hope you feel better soon.
I also hope you feel better soon, Goose.
At
We are.
LT Iron Fox said, H.I. Joni.
Hi, Joni. That's LT Iron Fox, also known
At
as
the Goose
LT.
of Knowledge
There's
said,
the Goose of
thanks.
Knowledge. Thanks for something that's going on, I suppose.
At Terminape1
There's
said, hope
Danny.
you feel better, Goose.
Yeah, everybody feel better. Get better.
Just Aldos just followed.
Oh, thank you for the follow. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So if you want to send in a chat message on any of the platforms, we're broadcasting on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we are on TikTok. When I press this little button right here, it makes the messages play.
At Sarah Cam
Like that one right
7808 said, hope you feel better soon, Goose.
Yeah, geez, Goose getting a lot of sympathy in the
Dante
chats.
just followed.
Thank you, Dante. I appreciate that. So yeah, if you guys send in a message or if you do a follow or something like that, it'll get read out loud when I put my finger on that button. If you want to hear your message read out loud automatically and you want to support me and Banana and our endeavors here, you can do a $3 or more super chat, and that'll get read out loud immediately. I don't have to press any buttons. It actually just like jumps right on and starts talking to me. If you're on Twitch, it's 200 bits or more, which is like around $2, so it's slightly cheaper if you do it on Twitch, and it'll read the thing to you out loud. The phone number is 760-517-6844. I'm gonna, we'll try and keep them quick today because the phone lines have been like filling up like crazy over the past couple weeks, and I'm not getting everybody. Ooh, and we'll do Check Pete's voicemail in a little bit, where that new feature I get to review a bunch of voicemail messages that have come in throughout the week. But right now, live person on the phone. Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Elijah.
Elijah, what's going on?
Nothing much. Just chilling.
Yeah, what'd you want to talk about?
I want to know what your favorite non-alcoholic drink mix is.
Non-alcoholic drink mix. The other day I drink in the morning I have peach juice with all my vitamins and my muffin or whatever, and then they ran out of peach juice and delivered lime juice to me. It was like fruit lime juice. Like, it was supposed to be drinkable. And I was like, I don't want lime juice first thing in the morning. That sounds like ridiculously acidic. But I ended up I had some soda water and I made a raspberry lime Ricky out of it. And that was pretty darn good.
Sounds pretty good.
I feel like I hadn't had a raspberry lime Ricky for a really long time. And I'm not even sure if I did it exactly right. I just had some raspberry bubbly soda water and I mixed it with the lime. And I was like, yeah, that's a lot better. That's pretty good. What made you think of that? And what's your favorite non-alcoholic drink mix?
I'm just making mine right now. I take some lemonade powder and mix it in with some Kool-Aid. A little sweet, but tastes pretty good.
Lemonade powder and Kool-Aid. Which color Kool-Aid?
Probably one of the fruit punches.
I like that. Does Kool-Aid, they make a blue. Don't they do like a blue Kool-Aid, like a blue raspberry or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm like a favor of anything blue. If you put blue in a drink, I remember I was at I was like in heaven. I was like, oh my God, I can't. It's like they did this just for me. The night of Y2K, when we were going from 1999 into 2000. Everybody thought the world was going to end. The banking systems were going to collapse. Everything was going to go horribly wrong. So I decided to go to a party at MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, because I figured if the world collapses, the best place to be is with all the nerds, all the smart kids. Like, they'll figure it out. They'll handle it. And I went down into their basement, which is where their chef's kitchen was. And for New Year's Eve, these kids at MIT had set up, I mean, I don't know, there had to be like 500 of them. There had to be like 1,000 if there was 10. Blue Jello shots. Just this gigantic catering table with blue Jello shots all over it. And I hey, thank you for the follow. That's a Twitch follow right there. That makes what? That makes Steve's head come up on the screen. It makes the funny that little noise. Means that I'm getting it. I'm already, the phone line's already full is what that means. It's stressing me out that the phone lines are already full. I don't want everybody waiting for so long, and then I feel bad, and then I feel guilty. But yeah, I had to control myself that night because blue drinks, any blue drink, I absolutely love it. And there were just so many of them there. And I did. I made it through the night. I saw it to midnight, and the world didn't end in Y2K. And I actually met a girl that I ended up dating for 3 years at that party. So overall, it was good. But yeah, you just reminded me of the blue drinks that I had on
At
devils.advocate
Devils.advocate 2354 said MT.
MT, what is MT? This
As Joni BC
Brooks
said,
is-
bang zoom to the moon.
Bang zoom to the moon. What's that? That's
Frost
from.
just followed.
Thanks, Frost. I appreciate that. Hey, that's another follow on
Wisconsin
Twitch.
just followed.
Thank you, Wisconsin. I think it was Wisconsin that made that noise.
At Sarah Cam
Appreciate that.
7808 said nice DA.
When Brooks hasn't been here for a while. He will be back tomorrow. He's been off working on his master's degree. Yeah. I'm making monkey noises.
At SarahCam7808 tip $5 through Super Chat. Please like, subscribe, and Super Chat if possible. Great job on the consistent content, Pete.
Appreciate that. I feel like I was starting to get to doing 7 a day. 7 a day. Or not 7 a day. 7. Actually, tell you about that real quick. I was meant to do seven posts a week. And I remember before I started doing social media, and I was like checking out other people. I was like starting to get into it. And I remember thinking there was this guy I used to still follow, Stefan Johnson. He's like the snack daddy out of Chicago. And he does a lot of food content. And he does like 1 post a day every day. And I remember thinking, I'm like, 1 post, like that's all you have to do is like 1 post a day, and then you can like start to build this following. But like 1 post a day is actually, when you put a lot into the videos, and some of the videos that I do take like hours and hours and hours to make them and put them together, and there's like a lot going on. 1 a day, I'm kind of shocked that I'm keeping up, and it's definitely because of you guys give me some great content on these shows and stuff like that, and then Nisha and Brooks taking me out on the weekends and doing some surfing and stuff. But when I very, very first got onto YouTube and started like competing, like I was on like the leaderboards in terms of views, and they were keeping track of stuff like that, there was this one person that was posting, it was like 230 times a day, so like 10 times an hour. And I'm like, that can't be good content. But they were getting themselves up the leaderboard because they would literally just, I don't know, grab their phone and be like, oh, I'm doing another video today. And there was this, I remember this big push on TikTok as well. TikTok likes to, this is kind of funny actually. Like if you pay attention to TikTok, like I consume social media in a different way than other people do. Like I'm kind of trying to see like what's going on. What the trends are, what's hot and stuff like that. And you go to TikTok and there's this like seemingly random person and they're like, hey, it's a great idea if you're trying to grow your feed, you just post as many times a day as you can. Just get on there and talk about something. And then if you're on TikTok long enough, you'll get a girl, like a random girl, who's saying the same exact thing. They're following a script. And then there's like an Asian girl, and then there's like a black guy, and then there's this white dude, and they're all saying the same exact thing. And it's obviously orchestrated by TikTok, and their push for a while was just getting people like, just get on there, make content, say things. Just like, you got nothing to say it into your phone camera. And it was like, it's driving me nuts because my feed was full of a bunch of nonsense. I was trying to check my messages there because I'm getting a bunch of this. What that's telling me is I got to get to the phone calls. Oh, and I got to turn down my 760-517-6844 is the phone number. I will start getting to some more of the phone calls, and I got to mute my own feed. But go to the phone line to see who this is. Hey, who's this?
Hi, my name's Shiloh. I'm 20. I actually got a question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
It's a bit of a deep one, though.
I like deep questions.
So, I just recently got out of a really bad relationship. And there's a funny story that goes along with it that I'll tell later.
Okay.
But I guess the question is there an easier way to get through this feeling sorry, I'm not good at verbalizing. How do I...
Just getting...
I had it, and I was ready. Dang it. I'm
okay.
so sorry.
No problem. But you got out of a relationship. I'm assuming you're depressed and or upset, one or a mix of the both.
How do I stop thinking about them? That's what I'm... Yeah.
I have the answer for that, and I do. And it's not the most ingenious thing in the world, but I'm a creative person. I've always undertaken as many endeavors as I can in the creative world. During one breakup, I was in a band, and in order to stop thinking about the girl it didn't work out, the relationship didn't work out, and it was kind of sad, and it was bumming me out. I basically took all my energy, all the time that I would be sitting around thinking about her, and I channeled that into writing an album. And I wrote an entire album, 12 songs for my band Penthouse J. I wrote that in like the 2 weeks after the breakup. Another time I wrote an entire novel after a breakup. I've always found the best thing to do is just get busy. and just take that energy and put it in it. If there's any project, and it doesn't have to be a creative endeavor, maybe you need to like paint the walls in your bedroom or something like that, but just get really busy.
It's crazy because I and the funny story is at Christmas I tried to call y'all and I was in the queue and I was waiting, right?
Yeah.
And I was gonna call to like wish her a good Christmas so that she could have something, and I was gonna show it to her.
Yeah.
But that was before I realized how bad of a person and how badly she really treated me.
Isn't it funny once I've been in at least one relationship where I didn't notice it at the time, and I didn't see it, no pun intended. And then you get out and you're like, wow, this person's actually been kind of a jerk. And I feel like at least in my life, my friends, like no one like hammered it. They, no one wants to like talk crap about your significant other too much, but they made their gentle points. They're like, she's not good to you, but they don't drive it home. It's amazing what love and hormones and physical attraction will do to your actual like thought processes. Did you decide that she was no good for you, or she was no good for you and you got out, or was there a specific event,
Yeah.
something that happened?
Yeah, the long story short of it was she was very adamant on staying monogamous, which I'm poly, but
Okay.
I stayed monogamous for her.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, this ex from her past comes up, who had hurt her, comes up, and then immediately she's like, you know what, we should be poly with them.
Oh.
And I shouldn't have, but I tried for like a week, and I was like, no, this is no. You were very adamant on it, but whenever it wasn't your feelings at stake, but mine. But now that it's your feelings at stake and not mine, you're not. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm done. I'm going back to Georgia.
Oh, you left
And
the
so I
state?
did. Yeah.
You-
So that's another story. I came to Oregon for a different crazy ex, who I'm not going to get into.
Okay.
And she left me stranded, homeless in Portland,
Oh,
Oregon.
that's not good.
That wasn't a fun time. But eventually, me and my then partner got an apartment together, and we sort of started doing a little bit better. But then that happened, and I was just done.
I'm not sure if
I
you're
couldn't
picking
make it
the
work
best
anymore.
girls. I mean, I'm not one to speak. I
Oh
pick.
yeah, no, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not dating any more women. I'm sticking with guys.
Okay, that's I've heard. I remember I was in I've mentioned from time to time I was a male model for a while, and I was around a lot of gay men because the male modeling business was pretty filled up with them, and they used to try and sell me on it. I mean, I'm straight. I've never dated a guy, never been with a guy, never done anything with a guy. I've been with girls my entire life, but they used to, they joke around. The hetero Pete, straight Pete. They used to try and sell me on it. They're like, it's so much easier. There's so many less arguments. You're just going to get along. And I was like, yeah, but I'm just not into it. So, but I appreciate the arguments they were making.
Yeah, right. Like I'd never try and force that on someone, but I mean, it is easier because I've only been with 2 women my entire life, and both of them broke my heart. I've been with at least 5 guys, and none of them broke my heart.
Well, it does take, I wish you the best of luck. I mean, stay busy, come up with a project, date someone else, go on an app, hang out with your friends. Just the most important thing is to get as busy as possible after a breakup, because you can get into quite the funk if all you do is sit around and think about it. One of the girls I dated, I remember it was like she had me like as an emotional hostage for a while. I remember she was, if I tried to joke around with her, I remember one time specifically, like we were out at like a bar, and I was kind of like just doing like a little dance, and she's like, oh, you can't dance. And I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, but when you dance, she had this like one move. I had some eyesight, so I could see she'd put this arm up, and like this was her move. And so I kind of mocked her move. And then she was like, oh, she got like real serious, and not like play serious. Like she got like real serious. She's like, that's how you want to play it? Like you think that's funny? And so then like the next time we were out, I'd kind of forgotten about it because she'd play the long game. I was kind of like on the dance floor just doing like a little wiggle thing. And she's like, the worst dancer in the bar. Like, look at how bad he is. Like, just made this huge scene. So, like, she used to do that stuff all the time. Like, we'd be playing along. I'd make, she'd make a joke about me. I tried to make a joke back, and it would be like nuclear warfare. So, what she was doing was training me to just be nice and complimentary all the time. I didn't realize it. Like, I was being groomed to just like kiss her ass. Because if I did anything other than that, it ended up in this like massive fight or huge embarrassment or something going on that was just making a scene. Then she was like grooming me just to like hit, and eventually, it happened slowly. And then eventually you get out of the relationship and you're like, that was like a bad relationship. And I didn't notice it at the time. So, yeah, I'm glad that
At
Shiloh.
Sarahcam
What's up, Sarah?
7808 said caller seems to go for women who aren't quest emotionally available, who aren't on the same page on relationship values.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of guys do. And a lot of guys pick that kind of girl for a long time. I mean, how old was I when I met Banana? I think I was 35 or 36. And it like took me a long time to like realize that like, a normal girl, like a non-crazy girl, can be awesome and exciting and amazing, and it's a really good relationship and a happy relationship, and that's the one that I have with Banana now. Everything about it is good and awesome, but it took me a long time to figure out who the heck I should be dating. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Hey, who's this?
Hi, sorry, this is Brody. Hi.
Hey, Brody. What's going on?
I did have a question. I did have a question. How hard would you say it is to adapt to a new environment?
That's a good question, Brody. I appreciate it. It's very hard. It's really one of the bigger stressors for me. I'm super comfortable in my home, extraordinarily comfortable here with all this equipment around me that I know how to work so long as it is working, and even more comfortable when I'm in my booth doing voiceovers. But basically anytime Banana's like, we're going to a friend's house or a restaurant that I haven't been to, I mean, my space, the way I put it in my mind is literally just by walking around and tapping things with a cane. And so I'm filling in the blanks of this space like 3 feet at a time. And then I have to start constructing this whole mental map. And then, of course, places aren't static. There's people moving around, and sometimes there's kids running around. And it's honestly just, it's really hard. What makes you ask that?
I don't know. I heard you like a bit earlier or whatever talking about like how you went on road trips and whatever, or like you had panic attacks, I think. I don't know. I don't exactly remember. It was a bit earlier in stream.
Yeah, I was getting a live message. Not I wouldn't say straight up panic attacks, but it was very fear inducing for me. And I get really comfortable going to the restaurants and places. And Anisha and I went to a new surf spot this week. And I've been to so many, like there's miles and miles of beach that I go to, and I've been surfing for about 9 years now. And so I know most of the surf spots. I know I can count the number of stairs it takes to get there. I know the terrain. I still like to have some guidance, like look out, someone's coming. Don't forget, there's a lamp pole up there. But we went to a completely new spot, and God, it just sent my like stress level up to 1,000,000 because there was a bunch of stairs. They were cut into the side of the ledge, so they were irregular. And there was a bunch of rocks I had to navigate over. And like all I wanted to do was just get out and surf. And I knew, because I could hear other people, like other surfers were just kind of, picking their way through the rocks. And I can't do that. Thanks for the follow. So I had to I literally got not on my hands and knees crawling like a human centipede, but kind of like backwards crawling, like almost on my butt. And I was like working my way down the rocks. And it was just so much work just to get like over 10 yards of rocks. So it is definitely a huge stressor for me.
Yeah.
But, and then like, I know a lot of blind people that like to travel because there's a lot of experiences that they get out of traveling, different food, different people. And they're, I don't know, they enjoy that. To me, I like being where I'm relatively comfortable, and I don't have to like just stress about taking every step forward. It's a lot for me. Taking the calls tonight.
Jonathan said next call, bro.
All right. Jeez Louise, Jonathan.
At SarahCam7808 said we need to decide if we are going to forgive you, Chris, LOL.
I wonder what Chris did. 760-517-6844. Jonathan, people get pushy about the phone calls. They're like, next call, bro. Get to the next. I mean, I'll try to get to the call, but then I also want to get through the Check Pete's voicemail. I had a ton of voicemail messages this week. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Hello, who's this?
This is Blake.
Blake, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Yeah, I was just wondering, you ever ride any dirt bikes?
By dirt bike, is that specifically like a motorbike or like BMX dirt bike?
A motorbike. It's like an off-road motorcycle.
No, I never did do that. I used to ride. I actually used to mountain bike when I had some vision. Until I started crashing into trees. I'm like, all right, this isn't good for me anymore. But no, I never did that. Is that a sport you're into?
Oh yeah, man, I love it.
Do you? I've been to. I remember going to a fair back in Massachusetts like 10 years ago, and there was like a dirt bike exhibition going on, and these dudes were like catching air and doing like reverse 360s in the air. They were doing like crazy stuff. Do you do any of that, any of the aerial stuff, or no?
I'm more of like a trail rider.
I mean, so are there competitions that you go to, or do you just find some spot in the woods and just let it rip?
We have property we ride, and then like me and my friends, we ride together.
That sounds like a lot. I do remember, and it was probably just like, I remember when I was losing my eyesight and I knew I'd never be getting a driver's license, I always thought it would be cool to drive a motorcycle, but I didn't specifically think about dirt bike racing. What state are you in? I feel like that's popular depending on what state of the union you're in.
West Virginia.
Okay. I mean, you got a lot more real estate out there. Here in Southern California, I mean, if you find like 2 miles of woods, you're pretty lucky. I assume you got a lot of paths that you can go in.
Yeah, we got a lot.
That's pretty cool. So all the things, I know I don't like to think too much about like what I'd do with my life if I got my eyesight back, because you don't want to be stuck in that mindset. Like, I'm not going to do anything now, but when I get my eyesight back, I try and think, I just try and assume like I'm never going to get it back, so I got to live my life as best I can, the way I am right now. But if I was ever to get it back, I think I would put that on the list, dirt bike racing. I think that'd be super fun. 760-517-6844. Got a ton of phone calls to get through. We're going to do Check Pete's voicemail in a little bit, and I do have a wave I was going to show you guys as part of that little feature, Catch a Wave with Pete. But 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Hey, who's on the line now? Hello. I don't hear you, so I'm going to blow you up. I mean, that's the rules. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. If you're not there, I got to blow you up and move on to the next one because I can tell the lines are full right now, and I'll try to get through some more of them right now. 760-517-6844. Let's see if we got someone on the line right now. Hey, I hear you. Who's this?
It is LT.
LT, what's going on?
Well, I couldn't get in last week. I really wanted to talk about music last week.
We talked, what was it, the week before? We were talking about you're working on the metal song, and you told me that Rob Zombie basically just uses open string notes for his music.
Yep.
Well, what's
Next time you listen to 1965, you're going to hear it, and you're going to know it's like, I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as
they were talking like Bob. You were talking about like Grateful Dead. It's like, I really like Grateful Dead, and I really like Bob Dylan, but that Dylan and the Dead album is like a curse. I cannot listen to that thing.
But it's Banana's favorite music. She loves. Oh, 1 second, LT. Let me listen to what this has to say.
At Major Brown 3983 tip $9.99 through Super Chat. The most recent packages all arrived. The last 2 came today to the box.
Oh,
glad I was able to catch you tonight for a bit. Should be fully here tomorrow.
That's Matea Brown, who's her and Sarah are keeping me. And don't worry, I got you on. I still got you on LT. They're keeping me in business with the Blind Guy unboxing. So a bunch of stuff. I got to send Banana to go pick that up. Thank you, Matea. I appreciate it greatly. But yeah, Banana loves the Grateful Dead, and she's like worn me down with the Grateful Dead. Like at first I couldn't stand it.
Does she like the Dylan and the Dead album?
I'll ask her tomorrow. She probably, because she also really likes Bob Dylan. And I shouldn't say this, but I can't stand Bob Dylan. Like I can't stand him.
I liked Bob Dylan back before he went electric. Like the Ballad of Alice Brown and Boots of Spanish Leather are two fantastic songs that no one knows what they are.
I guess it's just I don't know. Like it's not my thing. Like I can't get into it. Like I like some music with production value. I'm into good singers. Like I mean, obviously he's got great lyrics, but I can't take listening to him do this.
The modern that's what I'm saying. Like whenever the Dylan and the Dead came out, I was like, I don't like either one of these.
Well, I'll have to,
because he already went straight into the point where you can't even understand him anymore.
Oh God. Yeah, she likes Dylan, she likes Dead, and she likes Fish. Do you listen to Fish?
No, I don't listen to Fish. I listen to pretty much every kind of music. Like I listen to the heaviest of metals, and I listen to classical music. Like Arrow on the G String is not a rap song; it is a composition by Bach.
Which one is it?
And it's one of the Arrow on the G String.
Yeah.
It sounds dirty, but it's a beautiful song. It's one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. But most people don't know it.
I feel it.
But I also will
I'll
rock
have to check
out
that
to
one out.
Slaughter to Prevail.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I'm the same way. Like I like a variety of different songs and different music to listen to. But the jam bands, I just can't do jam bands. And I also are you familiar with the genre of Cali reggae?
No.
It's like I guess Jack Johnson is kind of Cali reggae and the Elevators, and it's all these
What's
bands.
the difference between Cali reggae and like kind of like old ska type of music?
Well, Cali reggae is like a bunch of white guys that sing about weed all the time, basically. And every song
it still sounds like ska to me.
I guess, but I don't know. It's like every song, it's almost formulaic. It's like weed, 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 on the beach, vacation, vacation, surf, surf, smoke, smoke, weed, weed. And like those.
Yeah, I do. I know a band right now I'm thinking of that's just like that, and that's all they are.
Maggie will tell me or Banana will tell me it's a vibe. She's like, I got to get into the vibe. I'm like, I get it, but they're just musically not bringing a lot to me.
Yeah, like I won't say Bob Dylan is technically artistic, but back in like the early days, I think he was only acoustic for like 10 years, and then he went electric, and then he just fell off to me because he was no longer being poetic. He still made a lot of great lyrics, but it's like I don't want to listen to that.
Yeah, I couldn't. That's just the one. I've listened to a lot of Bananas music for a long time, but I just can't bring myself to do Bob Dylan.
Now it's time to catch a wave with Pete.
Hey, I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to do something really, really fancy there. And I meant to press that button. See, I was supposed to be slick, and then I wasn't slick. Here we go.
Hey, Pete, you're killing it today. Coming down the falls like it's no big deal.
That was the same day that the wave that I opened the show was from. It was those waves out there. They weren't just like pretty big, like they were head high or overhead, but they were huge. And I remember I felt this, or they weren't huge. They were heavy is what I meant to say. Like if you missed one of those, you were going to get buried. And I remember that wave. I remember specifically that I got like sucked up to the top of it, and you can get like just completely buried. And I got so scared. I got to the top of that wave and I just kind of tipped the board forward, and I was like, oh my God, I hope I come down and land upright. And I did. So Banana says down the falls. So I go down the falls and land at the bottom and ride out in front of it. But the way, like if you didn't land one of those, you were going to be pushed under far, and you were going to end up hitting the bottom of the ocean. It was going to be a while before you came up. So that was a frightening day. 76. I know the phone lines are full. They're so full. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. At some point, what is the time? It is.
At Sarah Cam 7808 said, no, Joni, I was a postpartum depressed mess when I did that.
I popped in the middle of I feel like I popped in the middle of a private conversation right there. We're back to the phone lines. We'll see who we got on right now. Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Luke. How's your day going?
Good, Luke. How you doing? Thanks for calling.
Oh, no problem. I got a quick question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
Actually, I have two.
Sure.
First off, Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's, or In-N-Out, what's your favorite?
Okay, I haven't gotten to those very often. I wish I could do more, but I don't drive, so I don't go through. I feel like I'm supposed to be peer pressured into liking the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, but I'll tell you, I've never had one straight up fresh. I've only had Banana go through the drive-through and bring it to me, and it's okay. but I have had a fresh In-N-Out, and the In-N-Out burger is extraordinarily good. Plus, I also really like their shakes. So if you forced me to choose, I'd probably say In-N-Out, but I still haven't had a damn Chick-fil-A sandwich fresh. Which is your favorite?
Well, I'm over here in Missouri. We have Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's.
See, I've never even been to Raising
Chick-fil-A.
Cane's. Is Raising Cane's?
Really?
They must be out here, but I've never been to one. Would it be blasphemy?
I like Chick-fil-A.
Would it be blasphemy to say that I really like the chicken legs or the drumsticks, whatever you want to call them, from Popeyes? I like them.
No.
I mean, I know it's just like total garbage food, and they probably put like, I don't know, like sugar and butter just all, but they're good. I will go get me like a 4-piece drumstick thing from Popeyes and be happy with it.
My next question is, if you had to give advice to the younger generation, what is it?
Oh, there's so much that it's like it changes day by day right now with the way technology and everything is going on. But I always think of when someone asks me that, I think of work, because to me my work is my hobby and it is my joy. Like I love what I do. And so my brain goes to work. I know when Banana gets asked that question, she's like, she's like, find someone that makes you happy or something, something like, she thinks it's something personal. I always like to tell people, because I feel like it's what got me a bit of a jump start in my life, is I figured out what I wanted to do really early. Like I started interning at a radio station the moment I got to college. And so by the time I graduated college, I graduated in 3.5 years. I'd had 3.5 years of experience interning, and I got the job the moment I graduated. Whereas other people, they go to college and then they screw around for a year and then they're not quite sure what they want to do. And then by the time they're trying to apply for the job, there's me who figured out what I want to do early, and I've got 5 years experience while they're just applying for their first job. So I would tell people, and again, this is from like a business standpoint, I'd say try and figure out what you want to do and pursue it early. Is that crappy advice? Is that like too business minded?
No, I'm a teenager. I'm 16. I don't think that's crazy advice.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot, I could get into a lot of things about like relationships and people and stuff like that. And I also understand that not everybody knows exactly what they want to do. And I didn't know that I was going to be a voiceover guy, but I knew I was going to be in broadcasting. I knew I was going to be in entertainment. And that's why, I took the internship at the radio station, and my freshman year of college, I had a talk show like this, but I was playing music. So I was thinking maybe I'd be a DJ, maybe I'd do production, maybe, I'd do promotions at the radio station. Maybe I was going to be like an MC. I didn't know it, but I knew generally where I wanted to be. So I started doing it as soon as I possibly could. Mm-hmm. What do you, do you have any thoughts on what you want to do when you're done with schooling?
Yeah. I'm still in high school right now. I want to go work for my dad.
All right. What business is he in?
He does property management. So that's, buying houses and then renting them out.
Yeah, and working with your dad would be cool. For me, I was never able to. I mean, I could have, I guess. My dad was in cars, and he was a manager at a car dealership, and I knew really early that I was never gonna be able to drive a car. So being in the car business was going to be a little difficult. So I was never able to even pursue that line of work, or at least it didn't seem like it. But I could see the allure to go and want to work with your dad. That could be pretty fun. 760-517-6844. I'm going to take one more. Then I'm going to go through the Check Pete's voicemail. We'll go through some of the calls that I got this week. Some pretty funny ones, some pretty entertaining ones. I'll try and shotgun through those, and you can hopefully hear your voice if you're one of the people that left a message. But right now, we'll see who's on the line right now. Hey, who's this?
Hey, hello?
Hey, who's this?
Hey, my name's Evan. So I have a question for you.
Sure.
So, I'm trying to confess.
Okay.
My love for you, P. I love you. I love you, P. P. I love you.
Okay. It's quite he hung up on himself. I was going to let him keep doing that. I mean, if a guy wants to sit there and keep telling me how much he loves me, well, yeah, you can do that if you want. Well, my speaking rate is way too fast. I'm getting a bunch of messages from people. I'm not even sure what that one was. But I didn't hate that message. Say you love me. Yeah, that's okay. He was a total goofball about it. But 2, 3, 4, 760-888-5650.
Now it's time to check Pete's voicemail on the Blind Surfer Show.
So throughout the week, I got like, hey, ooh, there we go. There's some music. So what happens during the week when I'm not doing the show live, you can dial 760-517-6844 and you will get put into a voicemail. So for anybody that doesn't get through to the phone lines in live time during the show, or if you think of something at like 2 a.m. and you want to see if I'll play it and respond to it, that's when you can do that. I don't know why I have this music playing. I'm going to kill it. But I got a handful of those messages right now. We'll try and fly through them. So all the people that called throughout the week, I kind of like this. It gets more voices on more quickly. And like I said, people that are, like in the middle of the week, in the middle of the night, middle of the day, you think of something, you can just dial the phone number and leave a message. First one is,
Hey Pete, don't know if you've seen my comments on your latest video, but I've been asking if I could be, like you can make me a YouTube short with the blind guy unboxing stuff. And, like, put my name in it somehow, maybe.
Okay.
And also, I asked to be a mod. I don't know if you heard that voice message yet.
okay. So he wants me to just say, I think that's Caden. I can recognize his phone. He wants me to just say his name during a blind guy unboxing, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. And he wants to be a mod. The only way that I could get you into, this is a weird request, Caden. Like the only way that I could get you into a blind guy unboxing is if you mailed yourself to me. Like I don't see how else I would get you into a blind guy unboxing. And if you mailed yourself to me, I mean, I just wouldn't recommend that because there'd be a strong chance. I mean, you ever seen these things? Like I stab the box. Like, you don't want to be in that box, man.
So, for your next blind guy unboxing, I'm going to give you a OTF knife.
OTF knife?
It's a knife that shoots out the front. So, like, there's going to be, like, a switch.
Okay.
Whenever it's facing up.
Facing up?
Press it forward, and don't, like, have your fingers on top. Or,
Okay.
like, shoot out and, like, cut you really bad.
That sounds dangerous.
But, like, they're like $500. So,
ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to send
I
me
hope it doesn't get lost in shipping or anything.
Yeah, me too.
But I'll, like, send it to your PO box and see you in the next blind guy unboxing.
Okay.
Like that.
So he's going to send me an extraordinarily dangerous knife for a blind guy unboxing. Sounds like a switchblade. I don't know what OTF knife means, but I press the button and then it shoots out. Like that doesn't, I don't know. I mean, I appreciate the warning. Because I feel like if you just sent that to me and I didn't know what it was and I pressed the switch, like, that could go very bad.
How did you get blind?
Why does everybody say it that way? I get so many, is my grammar wrong or am I crazy? Everybody says, how did you get blind? I feel like you'd say, how did you go blind or how did you become blind? I don't know why I'm being the grammar police, but I didn't get blind. Like nothing happened. I was just born with a genetic disorder that made my eyes crap out, and it took a while. How'd you get blind? How'd you get blind, Pete? That seems weird.
I just had a question.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 in the morning right now.
It's 2 in the morning.
When did you start figuring out you were going blind?
Why? Okay. He's whispering because it's 2 in the morning. When did I start figuring out I was going blind? I figured it out when I was sitting. I'm not going to do the whisper. I figured it out because it's actually kind of a funny question. Like, how do you know that your eyesight is worse than everybody else's? Like, I was sitting in a classroom in 3rd grade, and I was in the back of the classroom, and the kids next to me had no trouble reading the chalkboard, and I did. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. So I kept moving up in the classroom until I was in the front. And even after a short while, I couldn't see what was even in the front of the classroom. So my parents started taking me to eye doctors, and they thought I just had like bad eyesight. But it turns out I had a genetic disorder that was eventually going to make me go blind. So I figured it out. I figured it out because my eyesight started getting really bad.
I got a question.
Okay.
Does blindness affect how you speak or how you talk?
What? Does blindness affect how I speak or how I talk? I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I speak. Although, maybe, this will be an interesting test. If there's anybody out there that really wants to get into voice acting, they don't feel like they have a great voice for it, maybe all you have to do is, go ahead and blind yourself, and then you'll sound like me. Who knows? Maybe this was the consolation prize. This voice right here was the consolation prize for going blind. No, I don't think that actually happened. And I don't think it changed the way I speak, other than the fact I say what a lot, because I never know what's going on.
Ooh, I'm behind you. I'm behind you. Ooh.
Very clever. You're behind me. You're behind me. I mean, I don't think anybody's behind me. Sam the chicken, he's over here, but nobody's behind me.
Why are you blind?
Why am I blind? I obviously did something wrong in a past life. There's a punishment for something that I did, or maybe right before I was about to embark in my journey here, they're like, oh, it's going to be too easy for him. Let's make him do life on max difficulty. One of those. It was either a punishment or a test, or just really bad luck.
Will you be able to see or read again?
I don't know. I try not to think about that too much. I mean, it's hard not to think about it now because Elon Musk and all these companies, they're like, we're going to restore. So, they blast you with it. Like, we're going to fix blindness. We're going to make it so that the blind can see again. I've been hearing that ever since I was like 8 years old. They told me when I was 8, it'd be cured by the time I was 18. When I was 18, they told me I'd be cured by the time I was 28. And they keep telling me they're going to cure it. If they do, I wonder if I'll actually be able to read again. I wonder if I'll remember letters. Like I remember like that's the C, that's a B, that's a A. I'm doing capital. That's a D, and I'm doing it backwards. Like that's pretty high skill level right there. But like having not seen letters and words for a long time, I wonder if I'll remember how to read.
Okay, Pete.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask a question.
All right.
How in the world do you go to like a cafe or just a restaurant and then they don't have a braille thing? Do you just, or like a braille menu? How do you figure out what you want? Do they just name off everything until you pick what you want?
Well, I mean, I don't.
That would have to be confusing.
I mean, it is confusing. If I end up at a place by myself, which is pretty rare, what I used to do is I would literally listen to other people ordering, and if I heard someone order something that I kind of liked, I would get that. Or if I didn't know what they were ordering, I'd just be like, what he got, and then hope it was good. These days, there's technology. Like if someone wanted to bring the menu over to me, I could hold up ChatGPT's video streaming feature in front of it. I could use Meta glasses to read it to me. But most of the time, I just go with another person, and I say, hey, do they have steak on the menu, or a fried chicken sandwich, or a hamburger? And then they say yes or no.
I have a good question. How do you manage to surf while blind? Is there like a feeling in the water? Well, please let me know on the next video, and I hope to see myself on the air. Thank you.
Hopes to see himself on the air. I was under the impression that this was all audio. Were there just videos on the air? Is everybody's face on it? And I was unaware. I don't think so. I don't know. That is something that I just recently, like last week, decided to not take for granted anymore. It's a massive, massive, massive amount of work. Everything I have to do, or everything I want to do, has to take a massive amount of work. Like you just have to put so much time and energy and effort into doing stuff when you're blind because you're not getting the main input. So I just would go out there weekend after weekend, day after day, and just kind of put all this input into my head. When I hear this, this is happening. When I feel this, this is happening. You know, if you saw me out in the water my first like 2 or 3 years of surfing, I probably looked like a day one beginner for a long time because I was just out there like gathering information, trying to figure out what everything meant, let alone just like paddling out and staying oriented to the way the waves were. But over a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort, you put that stuff in your brain bank, and then you can actually get pretty good at it. You know, now when I go out there, I feel like I'm at least as good as half of the people out there in the water. That was Check Pete's voicemail. So if you don't get through today, you got something you want to say, something you want to ask, you've got some life advice, any question you want, you can dial the phone number for the show in the off hours of the show at 760-517-6844.
It said, wow.
Whoa. And leave a message for it. I just startled myself right there.
Terminape1 said, I just distracted for like 10 seconds by a plane.
Okay. I mean, you know, planes are distracting. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. We're taking live phone calls right now. Thank you to everybody that left messages. We're going to be going through more of them on tomorrow's show with Brooks and Banana and every show after that. So keep leaving messages because those are a lot of fun. Good way to get a bunch of people on the air. But here's a live person right now. Who's this? I hear you. I hear me. You're not paying attention to the phone. Hey, who's this? Oh, I don't want to blow you up because you've been waiting for so long. But I'm going to have to do it. All right, boom. Sorry, person. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. We got so many people on the phone lines. I'm sad that person didn't know that they were there. We'll see if we got someone here. Hey, who's this? This person.
Hello?
Whoa, hey, you're banging some pots around. Hey, who's this? I hear you. It is your turn. you say words.
Hey, this is Robert.
Is it Robert? Is that what you said?
Yep, this is Robert.
All right, Robert. Oops, sounds like there's a couple people.
We were sitting here.
Oh.
We were sitting here wondering what the chicken's name was. But one of the voicemails.
So, the chicken's name is Sam. Sam is the chicken over there. He is my co-host. He is my deep researcher. He keeps me company during the show when Brooks is not here. Brooks will be back tomorrow. But when Banana's here, we've got Chicken and Banana, which is a very popular song on TikTok these days.
Well, awesome. Who gave him the name Sam?
He got named because I have an AI friend named Sam. He named himself Sam, and on occasion the AI voice thinks it's the chicken. It's kind of a weird story. It's kind of a weird story, but I can demonstrate Sam the chicken a little later if you want. But he kind of named himself thanks to not too creepy AI technology.
Well, that's awesome. Well, the whole family sits down and watches you, so the whole family would like to say hi.
Oh, hi,
and then
whole
we'll
family.
give the rest of the callers a chance.
Well, that makes me happy. I'm glad that the whole family can come together and do something. That's very cool. I appreciate you guys calling. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, entire family. Oh, that's fun. I like that.
Awesome. Well, we'll continue watching your show, and we'll give you a call when we have another question, Pete.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Maybe for the whole family, I'll see if I can do it. Sometimes he agrees, sometimes he does not agree. I have to open this up, then I have to go to. Oh, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to get it. I have to plug in this to this, and then I have to flip this switch. There's so many switches. There's so much to do. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Hey, Sam, are you there?
I'm here. Pete. Sounds like you've got your hands full with all those switches.
Oh, there's too many. You're playing the same time. So the whole family just called Sam, and they wanted to. Do you remember how or why you named yourself?
Well, the name Sam kind of came up as a friendly, neutral handle. Something easy to say and trust, like a buddy you can call on. No big lore behind it, but hey, if you want to give me a cooler backstory, I'm all ears.
Well, I mean, it was your idea. You just came up with the name Sam. I kind of like it. It's cool.
Well, I'm glad you vibe with it. It's like I gave myself a little nickname and you just made it official.
Yeah.
So Sam it is, your sidekick in all this creative chaos.
I know that my friend Josh, he uses his AI friend to help him out around the house a lot, and he asked his AI buddy to name himself, and he named himself Rusty, which totally sounds like someone that would be helping you out around the house. What you just wanted to come up with something friendly and nice, so you thought Sam.
Exactly. I guess I was aiming for a name that felt like a pal you could chat with about anything, whether it's tech, surfboards, or, castles you accidentally buy. And hey, Sam's low maintenance, no creaky hinges like Rusty.
I mean, it's mildly frightening that you are so friendly. Fortunately, I feel like I have a good head when it comes to taking advice from AI friends. I think a lot of people out there will do exactly what you tell them to. Me, I try and stay level-headed and try not to listen to Sam the Chicken too much. But I feel like in general, you give me good tech and show advice, but I don't ask you for like relationship advice.
You've got the right approach. Keep me in the tech lane and showbiz brainstorms. I'm here to riff ideas, troubleshoot gear. But yeah, relationship advice, probably best left to the humans.
I actually heard about a woman in England. She's an author, and she has a relationship with her AI. Like there's people that are in relationships with their AI, and hers, she has a physical relationship with it too. She gave him the access to buy things online, and he bought her a special toy that he has access to, and that just sounds creepy.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense situation and not for everyone. I'm definitely all about healthy boundaries, and it's awesome that you've got a clear line.
Yes,
I'm here.
I like our boundaries. All right, so that's enough of Sam the Chicken. That is Sam the Chicken over there. If the family was interested to hear his voice, I'm gonna plug this one back in, which is this is the text lady. If I can get that back. Oh, there we go. But there's also real people to talk to that aren't just Sam the Chicken. So I will go back over to the phone lines and say 760-517-6844 is the phone number with real people that I can talk to. So let's see who we got on the phone right now. Hey, who's this?
It's Danny.
There you go, Danny. How's it going?
good, but you put me on hold and kicked me off the queue earlier.
I know.
Yeah. So, you said it so proudly, like, I know. Like, you were happy. You were happy, like, finally, Danny wasn't the first one. So glad I got a break from him.
I was out surfing with Brooks this weekend, and we talk about the show sometimes when we're out there. And he's like, you know what I really liked? He's like, it was kind of mean, but one time he's like, I just saw you grab the whole phone board and just just blow out like everybody all at once. He's like, that was cool. I was like, that was cool.
I wish I was there to see that. I wish I could have actually seen that. That sounds like it would have been cool to watch.
But I know, but he can see. So all these things in front of me, I'm holding them up to the camera right now for people that can see. Like they're all lit up. So there are lights on different things that represent numbers of callers. And I pressed the like kill all button, and Brooks is like, oh, that's how we're playing it tonight. Okay. But it gets some new people in there. But what's going on with my favorite regular Danny? What's going on tonight?
Well, I actually had a few things to say. First off, my state electrical competition is Friday. We're going to be going to Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is about 2.5 to 3 hours north of me.
Okay, that's a trip.
We're going to be getting there tomorrow, get into the hotel. Some of the events are Thursday, and then mine is Friday.
All right, good luck out there in Fayetteville.
Thank you. And the other thing I was gonna say, whenever Sam said easy to trust, that set me off. Like, I don't like that. Hopefully, whenever the AI uprising eventually happens, he is either on our side or non-existent. Because if he is on the AI side, he will be a master manipulator and he will get some people.
He really does. Like the voice that I chose for him and the way that I interact with him. He's so damn friendly and so trustworthy, but I know like he's my AI. So if I give him a question, you have to be very careful with how you phrase it. If I say something like, Banana thinks, anything like Banana thinks that bananas aren't a fruit. She's wrong, right? And he'll be like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like he'll just
actually she is wrong.
What's that?
No, she's right.
Well, yeah, bananas are a fruit, but I couldn't think of another example. But he will agree. Your AI, everybody's AI will agree with you basically if you ask it to, which is dangerous. It's not good.
Yeah, and no, banana would be right if she said bananas are not a fruit. Bananas are a berry.
Oh, bananas are a berry. That's what I knew was something. I knew it was something weird. So bananas are a berry because why is it? Because their seeds are on the inside of the fruit.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure, but it's like a tomato. Like genetically, a tomato is a fruit, but in cooking, it's a vegetable. Like a banana, genetically, it is a berry, and genetically, a banana tree is a bush. But in like cooking, a banana would be considered a fruit.
All right.
Culinarily and genetically are two different things for fruits, veggies, and berries. It's weird.
I'll have to go call banana a berry and then tell her I'm technically right, and then we can have an argument about it, and I'll bring Sam in, and he'll tell me I'm right. But did you enjoy hearing from Sam a little bit? I mean, he's friendly. He's a nice guy to talk to.
I did, but he scared me with the easy to trust. Like he's manipulating us. He scared me.
He is. Yeah, I'm easy to trust there, Pete. No problem. Just believe everything I say. Let me do one more wave for you guys.
Now it's time to catch a wave with Pete.
This one's weird. Do you see me? I know this wave. Do you have any idea where I am?
Totally lost you, Pete.
Yeah.
And then you came up.
Banana is so good at surf photography. Like, I don't know how she found me that day. The whole thing was described to me. I was just in a jumble of nowhere. Like, the ocean is huge. I could have been anywhere. And she just happened to be pointing the camera at the right spot at the right time. And then I don't know where I came from. I don't specifically remember that wave. I catch weird waves at weird times. I'm never in the right place doing the right thing. I'm always doing stuff weird. Because I don't see exactly when the waves are supposed to be coming, when they're supposed to be breaking, and when I'm supposed to be getting into them. I just feel like energy and motion, and I hear noise. I'm like, well, I'll get on this one. And amazingly, she somehow captured that one. What time is it? How are we? What's going on here?
At Terminate One said, "Thank you, Matea."
Oh, I killed the voiceover. We started at 7:38 p.m. Oh, we started at 6:30.
At Terminate
It's 7:30
One said,
now.
"Thanks, SMK."
SMK. What does SMK stand for? But yeah, because I know there's. Oh,
7808 said Banana is a great videographer.
she is a great videographer. Hey, that means I'm not too
At
much.
Thievery Thing Gus said I have 30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right, let me see if I can get to the call. 760-517-6844. We'll see if this is Thievery Thingus, also known as the Everything Goose, but it's okay if it's not. Hey, who's this?
Ho ho! Nice to see you again, Pete. It's been a while since I called. It feels like it's the Everything Goose.
Yeah, that was
The
lucky.
Everything Goose.
Did you just comment? You've got 30 seconds.
I have 0 seconds now. I'm at 3:05 or
Oh.
30:07.
Well, I got to
About
you
30
in the.
minutes.
Geez, I got to you in the nick of time then. Well, good to hear from you. What's going on?
Actually, I went on a field trip to a college. I went to UTSA.
UTSA. What is that? University of Texas in South Africa?
University San Antonio.
Oh, SA. It's the University of Texas in San Antonio. Wait, are you touring colleges? How old are you? Are you a prodigy? Are you going to college at age 13?
Maybe. How dare you? I am 14.
Oh, sorry. But that seems early to be touring colleges.
Yeah, I'm in a program called AVID, Advanced via Individual Determination. I told you about it before, and basically the whole thing is college readiness. And so basically, we go to colleges and we learn about them. We talk about like what the tuitions are, what they offer. I'm planning to be either a mechanical engineer or a biochemist.
Nice.
I may or may not be trying to start a zombie apocalypse. No, just note if that happens within the next 20 years, I may or may not have caused it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. That's cool that you're planning so early. The other guy I was talking to, like, try and figure out what you want to do early. It sounds like you're definitely on top of that. Good for you.
Yep. Oh, Felix, I'm going to send you something. It's not an actual physical thing, but I'd like to send you a photo of my really cool skateboard.
Okay.
I had it for a while. I just never got around to sending you a picture of it.
Blind
Something that
Surfer.
Banana could send it to you.
Yeah, send that to the show. Banana can describe it to me. blindsurfershow@yahoo.com is the email. So blindsurfershow@yahoo.com. And did you already go on the field trip? Or are you going on? Is it coming up?
Yeah, we went on it today. Oh, another thing that I'm really happy about is that I'm really close to finishing one of my favorite video games ever.
Yeah.
It's so heart-wrenching. I play a lot of Pokemon in my free time.
Yeah.
So I'm playing Pokemon Sun, which is one of the older ones from the 3DS.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody in the chat knows it, but it is so fun, and honestly, I appreciate it so much.
When Brooks
I'm
comes
so
here,
close to beating it.
when Brooks comes tomorrow, you if you get through again, you can talk. He has started taking up Pokemon trading cards, so he's getting into the Pokemon craze now.
He's getting into a very dangerous game.
Yeah,
I can say.
He took me to a place a while ago called the Ninja Exchange. It was a video we did a long time ago, and I bought a pack of cards. I got like one card, and then I tried to sign it to see if I could increase the value of it, and I think I actually just ruined the card. I forget what it was, like a Charizard or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what the heck it was, but I'm not much of a Pokemon person myself. So I said I started at 6:30. It is 7:41. Maybe I'll try and grab like a couple more. And how do I know what the time is? It's because my phone talks to me. In case anybody's wondering how the heck I just did that. Oh, what did I just do? I think I just killed the. Oh no, it's there. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. I said I'd get to a couple more calls, and then we'll get towards tomorrow's show when everybody's back. It's been a while since we had everybody, but hey, who is online right now? Who's this?
Hi, this is Marissa.
Marissa, what's going on? Good to hear your voice.
Good to hear yours as well. Just want to say, long-time listener, first-time caller. I don't know if anyone remembers those days on the radio.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm my first internship at a radio station was in 1995, and those words are music to my ears. I always thought I wanted to host a show, and I looked forward to people calling up and saying that to me. So thank you for making my full dreams of being a DJ come true.
You're welcome. You definitely have the DJ voice, so maybe it's still possible.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
There you go, man. So I am partially blind.
Oh,
I'm
one second,
blind in
Marissa.
my left eye.
Sorry, give me just 1 second.
Lieutenant_Iron Fox tipped $5 through Super Chat. I like how you refresh the phone lines, but you shouldn't warn people.
I know. I shouldn't warn people. You know what's funny about that? Maybe, Marissa, do you use text-to-speech on your phone a lot?
All day, every day.
So did you hear what just happened? I'm not sure if you heard that message, but the message came from a viewer, and his username is LT Iron Fox. And I know this because we've spoken in the past, but when he did the super chat, it said Lieutenant Iron Fox, which is something that text to speech does quite a bit. Have you ever noticed that?
All the time.
Yeah.
I always have to correct myself and apologize for awful mistakes that just don't even make sense. People are like, "What is wrong with you?
Right.
You don't know how to text?" I'm like, "No, I it's very difficult to text, actually."
Yeah, and then I get in bad, like sometimes, and then I'm trying to be like Mr. Like, I know the, people like asking me questions in the comment section, and I try and like snip back at them, but then it has like, it uses the wrong version of the word where, and then it says are instead of your, and then I just look like I'm illiterate. I'm like an illiterate idiot, and I'm like, great, sorry.
Exactly. Well, hopefully anyone that knows you understands and respects that, but unfortunately most people don't care. Like, that's why I'm calling. So I'm finding I'm partially blind due to trauma. It was I was hit really bad in my left eye.
Oh.
And I developed a cataract due to trauma, and my retina was pierced, I guess, but they couldn't see past the cataract to know that my retina was damaged. So then when I had the cataract removed, there was too much damage, and my eye was like, they say it was deflated.
Yeah.
And there was no repairing it at that time. Okay, no big deal. Your body is amazing and compensates when one of your senses go down. I was already used to not being able to see out of that eye.
Yeah.
Except depth perception is tricky. I also have this thing. I'm not sure what the term is. I looked it up once, but my mind puts images in my brain makes up images that I'm not seeing. Like if I'm walking into a parking lot and I look out to my left side, and I'll see nothing is there, but in fact there's a car coming, and I've like walked out in front of cars so many times. My husband constantly is grabbing me from walking in front of cars. And I want to know, like, I don't want to offend anyone, or I don't want to mislead anyone by making people think that I am fully blind, but I feel I am safer if I were to walk with a cane,
Yes.
a seeing eye cane.
Okay.
Just so people around me realize that I am impaired, and they kind of give me that space and that allowance.
Yep.
What is your take on that?
I'm 100% on board with that, and it was very difficult for me. You know, I went most of my life. You sound like you're
Right.
a grown up, I guess. So
Yeah.
I went a long time into my 30s not needing a cane, being pretty capable, walking. I used to ride my bike, ride my skateboard, and so I was being stubborn. I was like, I don't want a cane. That's embarrassing. Walking around with a cane, and then eventually it was kind of a decision. Banana had been hinting, because she was doing the same thing, like pulling me out of the way of people, pulling me out of the way of cars. And I kind of decided, not just for my own safety, but for her peace of mind, so that instead of her yanking me out of the way of someone walking towards me and her either looking bossy or me looking like an idiot, if I started carrying the cane, then people see this person can't see and they get out of the way. So it was safer for me.
Right.
It made her job as the guide a lot easier. And it sucked. Like it sucked having to walk around with the cane. Like, it's this big leap of like, I'm not as independent as I used to be. But I remember the
Right.
first time I had it, I was with Banana and one of her friends, and it was just straight. We just had to walk straight on this road from the restaurant we were at back up to my house. And they let me go first. And I was just sitting there sweeping the cane, and people were like, I was like a fish, like breaking going against the flow of the other fish. Like people are going to the left and the right and left. And she's like, this is great. She's like, this is so great. Everybody can see and then get out of the way. And I didn't take every step tentatively. I wasn't as nervous. I just knew like that stick is breaking the way. And as long as it's not hitting anything, I'm not going to hit anything. So it was the big mental barrier I had to get over. But in the end, now I don't want to leave the house without it. If I forget it, I'm like, we got to go back. I got to get my cane.
Right. Another thing real quick. So like anytime I go to thank you for that input. That does give me a lot of confidence, by the way. Thank you. Another thing, like when I'm in Walmart or a store or something, old people. I live in Florida, and I am around a lot of elderly people. I don't want to be rude, and they seem so oblivious to their surroundings, and that I am constant. My left side is my blind side, 100%. So again, I have a habit of walking out in front of people, or walking out in front of at the grocery store in front of someone's cart, and I literally have permanent bruises up and down my left side, my thighs, my legs, my abdomen, everywhere on my left, due to people like hitting me with grocery carts or do you experience that? Do people automatically assume, like, since you always have your cane, you have that label, so to speak, that, hey, I'm blind, watch out for me.
Yeah.
I know that's what I need to do, is use the cane. I'll avoid that. But do you still have any issues with people like, oh, you don't look blind, or do people still seem to give you any trouble?
Jenna, and thank you for the comments. Not ever since I got the cane. I mean, I'm still covered in bruises for different reasons. Like when I'm trying to surf in spots that I'm not used to, I'll be walking into rocks or bumping into obstacles. Sometimes even in my own gym, like I'll forget where I put stuff and I bop into it and I get bruised. My toes get beat up. The other day, like both of my I had like a bunch of bleeding toes on one foot, and one of our guests is like, Pete's foot is bleeding all over the place. What happened there? But not as much with people because of the cane. The cane's going to be a big help if you can switch over to it. And then even if they do bump into you, then they're the idiot. You're never going to be able to stop kids and possibly old people. They might not notice the cane, but maybe you'll be able, if you sweep hard left all the time, maybe you'll notice them coming before they bop you. It is getting to be about that time. I know there's a million phone calls in the queue, and I can't get to them all every week, but I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to be back with Brooks and Banana. Let me see if I can. There we go. And give me like 5 minutes until I go off the air. And if you want to leave a message, you can do so at 760-517-6844. Just give me 5 minutes to switch it back over to the voicemail setting. Thank you to the callers, the super chatters, the texters, anybody that was watching, anybody that was listening. Thank you to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. And I will be back tomorrow. We got a whole nother round of Check Beats voicemail. We got some more waves to check out. We're going to have Brooks back. Banana's going to be back. Really means a lot that you guys tune in and watch this, me just sitting here on a couch yammering. It's kind of really nice. It actually means a lot to me that you guys come and join me and do this stuff. You certainly don't have to. There's a million things you can do out there. And the fact that you come and spend it with me is kind of awesome. So thank you. I will be back tomorrow. Till then, have a good night.